Shout out to Marco Pedrana, AMG, Alfredo Jr., Dan Real, Big Mantis, Christopher Gray, Mada Alcusa, I Am Leon, and Touch My Dilly.
Welcome back in with King Family to another F1 Clash video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the new Elite GP strategy. It's not new, it's been around, but we're going to be talking about the Elite GP strategy that you want to use now if you want to try and win P1. I guess it's the only strategy that's unstoppable for winning in the GP events, as long as you can get it right. And we're also going to be talking about what Hutch did change in the GP events. All right, so first up, we're going to jump into what has changed in the GP events. All right, so GP events are now grouped by flags and no longer grouped by average. So normally your group will be grouped by average and the amount of race stunts. So if you have done 4 races and you've scored like 3 points in those races, if 100 other player did like that same kind of strategy, you'd be placed in a group with those same kind of guys. But that has now changed. You're going to be placed in groups with people with the similar amount of flags as you. So right now you see this guy at 5,599 flags, and then my max flag is about 5,641. So you're going to be pretty close match when it comes to flags, as you can see as we go down, as we go up, all around people basically on the same amount of flags. All right, so your grouping starts by flags only by Thursday. Wednesdays, as you know, it's the entrance of the GP, so it's all random. You'll be grouped with people of all kind of flag level. But on Thursday, if you did not qualify on Wednesday, you're going to be placed in groups with players at your flag level. Also on Friday, if you didn't qualify Thursday, I guess you're going to be placed in groups people at the same flag level as you are. On the opening round on Saturday, you're going to be placed with a group with people with the same kind of flags as you are. All right, so the tiebreaker system did not change. If you go out here and go to help and support, go to GP events, and then go what happened if we got the same score, and that will explain the tiebreaker rule to you. So basically what it's saying is that the player with the highest average is the first tiebreaker, and if both players have the same average in the event, then they go to the qualifying races. So they'll be looking at how much races you did in qualifiers, and the person that did the least amount of race in qualifiers will get the top spot. All right, it's messed up. That's how it is though. So this is why the strategy that we're about to share is elite, just because of the tiebreaker system. If Hutch should change the tiebreaker system, then the strategy would no longer be elite. I guess there would be some other strategy based off of what the tiebreaker system is. All right, now, so those were the changes that happened. You're now grouped by your flags and not your average or race counts. All right, now for the strategy leading on to the tiebreaker. All right, we basically explained what the tiebreaker is a while ago. Now for the strategy lead of the tiebreaker, you probably hear me mention about the 47 times 1 strategy. So what the strategy is basically you doing 1 race in your qualifying round on Wednesday and putting up 47, hoping to go through in the qualifying round. If you qualify with 47 in the qualifying round, there will be nobody to beat your average of 47, as 47 is the highest average, as it's 47 points you can get per race. So that's the high average, and nobody will be able to beat that average. All right, so you need to score 47 in a qualifying round. Then opening round, you want to score perfect. You don't want to drop any points at all. If you do drop a points, then you're no longer going to be on the same score. So you won't be on the same average as the player that did not drop a point. So you'll be underneath him all the time. All right. So Wednesday, 47. Friday, Saturday, opening round, perfect. 8 47s required. Friday, 8 47s, and you will be tied for P1. All right. Now, there are cases where players will do like 4 47s on Wednesday, and then they'll do like 8 47s on Saturday, and then they'll do like 8 47s on Sunday, and they will tie on the screen. You'll see them tie for P1. All right, with the guy that did 147 and perfect in the OR and perfect in the finals. The reason for that is because nobody break that 47 average, so the average remains at 47. All right, so nobody lost a point there, so they are all tied up. However, there is a thing that's called the second tiebreaker score, tiebreaker rule, the second tiebreaker rule, that on Sunday night when the events close off, it's gonna look into each group to see if there is anybody that is tied based on that metric. All right, so if you did like 447s perfect or perfect finals, and you tie with somebody that did 147 in qualifying, perfect or perfect finals, and when the game closed, it's going to look through and then it's going to use that same rule to say that the person that did the lowest races will get the win, and he will be above you in the rewards. So if you have ever been in rewards and you see on your screen close off, you are at P5, all right, and it close off and you're at P5. However, when you get your reward, you get like a P6 reward. The guy that was above you, his tiebreaker, the secondary tiebreaker, basically pushed him down to P2 and give the top guy the top spot. So the perfect strategy that cannot be beaten, you cannot beat this strategy in the game unless Hutch changed the tiebreaker rules. Then this strategy can be beaten there. Other than that, you can't beat a score of 47 times 1 perfect or perfect finals. So that's the good thing about the 47 strategy. It guarantees you a P1 spot if you complete it correctly. However, the drawback to this strategy is dropping a point. If you drop 1 point, you're basically out of the P1 category. If you drop a point, then you're basically going to be in like a P2, P3, top 10 category. All right, if you drop 1 point. So that's the drawback. You can't really drop a point, or else you're going to be dropping out. Now, so coming up in the next event, what you want to do is, now because of the flags grouping, people are now being grouped by their flags. Normally what would happen is that all the players who did like 147s, they would be qualified on 147s, and then in the OR, they would be grouped together. All the guys that do 147 will be grouped together. In the final round, they'll be grouping together. Hence why you see some groups where you see people with like 20 people in P1, all right, because they run that same strategy and they group together, all right, because it was about average in races. Now that it's no longer about average in races, it's now about flags. When you do that in qualifying and you score your 47 times 1, it's a high chance that you're going to be placed in a group based off of your flags that nobody did 47 times 1 in, so it's an easy P1. If you're placed in a group like that and you probably drop a point, you still get P1. All right, but as long as you keep that final score, you need to be perfect. You can drop points in the OR in that case, but that final score needs to be perfect. So if you don't get perfect on the final day, somebody can get perfect and score over you and take that spot. All right, so that's basically how the 47 times 1 strategy works. That's basically how the tiebreaker system works in the game, and that's basically what changed in the game. So Hutch did put out a official announcement to say that these are just a trial. It's not permanent in the game going forward, but it's just a trial, so we don't know how long the trial will last. Probably up to the end of the season, my guess. You know, but yeah, that basically gonna be it for this video. Hopefully this video helps you guys, so in your next event you could give it a try to just score 147 and see if the rest of the pack watches this video, knows the strategy, and join you in scoring 147 to get it done. All right, hopefully you guys understand what's going on, how it works and stuff. I'm currently testing other strategies to see if there's any other strategy that you can use different from the 147 strategy. So in case if you're dropping a point, as you know, I'm not the luckiest in this game, and there's always a time when that luck decides to show its head, and I drop a point. So I'll have to always try to figure out a way to go around with losing a point just in case. All right, so that's basically going to be it for this video. Use code word changes to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys who watch our videos for all your support, and hopefully this one help you guys in your events, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Well, good guys. Bye.